pull it off. But anyways, the lights just got hit, so let's go through the order real quick. We got on the front row, we got Roman and Justice. Following them up in the second row is Camby and Bean. Following them up, third row. This is the two big rows right here. We have Slaunch and Detail, and then we have Luke and Fireball. Easily, I would say, for the championship, well, it's no contest. These are the two biggest groups on the track. Let's get it going. Once the lights drop, we're going green, and this is going to be the end of Season 4. Keep it on the lights. They're going to go green any second now, and there it is, green flag. Kind of a slow start for Roman. Justice is off to an early lead. Camby had a really nice green flag run. People cheesing all over the place in the first corner. We have double 3 wides and a 2 wide for the back spot. Oh, getting loose through the corkscrew. Oh, Bean's getting loose. Luke's getting loose. Slaunch is getting loose. But they all save it. It's going to be Roman in the lead. Camby in second. Justice in third. We got Detail in fourth. Bean in fifth. And look at Fireball. He's in sixth right now. One position ahead of Slaunch. That is the battle. Oh, man. Big break right there. That is the battle for the championship right now. This is absolutely humongous at this point. Remember, Fireball has to beat Slaunch by 2 points, but he also could get the overall, which would give him another bonus point. That could be the edge. Battle for the right now the overall though. I'm not really sure who has it. It might be. No, I think Fireball. Oh, Slaunch goes down. Slaunch goes down trying to make a pass in the last corner. He is in last at the first lap. Now he has to pull a Detail and try to go from last to third at least to try to save his championship. Right now he is in 8th place. Fireball is in 4th. Fireball is in the points lead right now. And also, Detail is in 3rd as well, so he's also competing for that overall, too. We got Roman in the lead, though. We got Camby in 2nd, still holding strong onto those positions. But as you can see, Detail and Fireball are fighting very quickly behind them. They were on rails at the end of the last moto. Detail in particular was on rails at the end of the last moto, and he's on rails yet again. This race was insane. This race is absolutely insane. This might be my favorite moto of the whole Champ Series. Camby goes down. Detail's by him. That's 2nd place for Detail. Now Camby's going to try to hold on to 3rd. This is actually big. We have teammates right there. Fireball and Camby on the same team. So is Camby going to be a little lax for letting Fireball pass him, or is he going to fight hard? We'll have to watch and see what happens. Regardless, I think Fireball should be able to get ahead of Camby because Fireball is definitely faster. Yeah, I definitely agree with Justice. This race is insane, and it's definitely hype that we're here at the last race of the Champ Series. And look at Detail, man. He's making gains on Roman quick. Detail picking up right where he left off. Is it? Yep, Luke got by Bean, so Luke's in 5th. Bean's in 6th right now. Where is Slaunch, man? He hasn't even gotten by Justice yet. Slaunch is still in last place. This is insane, man. We could see an upset here at the end of the Champ Series. But look at Detail. He's making so many gains on Roman. Right behind him, he's going to go with Detail. Picking up right where he left off. Could he make the pass in the corkscrew, though? It's going to be tight, side by side. Detail has a little bit of an inside line, but Roman's going to try to block it off. But Detail's going ham. He gets an amazing run. But is he going to be able to hold on to the lead? He actually takes it. Detail is your new leader here at Mount Guerco. And yep, he's definitely no lag bubble there. He's definitely got him past now. Detail is the new leader. And man, if Fireball, let's say Fireball and Slaunch both get cheesed and go way to the back, Detail is actually in range. If he takes the win and the overall, and Fireball and Slaunch finish, like, let's say, I don't know, 6th or 7th, like, let's say some Fireball gets hit with some lag cheese, and then when he gets hit with that, it affects Slaunch too. They finish 6th and 7th. I think in that scenario, Detail could actually take the Champ Series as well. So this is big. Fireball needs to get by some of these drivers to secure it from Detail. Because if Detail finishes, you know, if the finish stays where it is now, it might actually be a close points finish, and Detail might have a shot for it. We have a legitimate 3-way battle for the Champ Series. Slaunch has finally gotten by. We have an update on him. He's finally gotten by Justice, but look at this gap. He's got a huge gap before he even catches up to 6th place, which is currently Bean. And I know it probably won't be Bean when Slaunch actually does catch up because there are all kinds of battles going on here. It looks like these guys might be catching up to Roman. Detail's definitely going away, though. Detail's making all kinds of gains. And then we got Camby still holding on to that 3rd place spot. I think Fireball's trying to be safe here, which is, as I say it, he goes ham. He goes for Camby, and that's going to get him that spot. It's also going to give Luke a spot, so Camby's going to lose 2 positions there. Fireball finally decided to go for the aggressive move. That's going to put him in podium spot. And is it going to be overall? No, I don't think so. I think Fireball actually needs second place for the overall. So when he catches up to Roman, we're going to have to watch that, because remember, when you win an overall, you also get a bonus point for that. So if Fireball gets by Roman and let's say Detail wins the race, that's still going to be overall for Fireball, and that's a huge factor. I mean, every extra point that he can get is big. You also got to think, though, look where Slaunch is, man. He's so far back. I mean, this is, like I said, this is going to have to be a Detail-esque. This is going to have to be more than a Detail-esque climb here, especially on a GP, which arguably, obviously, Slaunch is more of an SX specialist. I don't think GP or ovals are really his thing. He'll get a win here or there on them, but definitely not as consistent as some of these other guys. So this is going to have to be a rocky story if he's going to come out and try to take this champ series. But right now, we got to take a look at Bean and Camby. Getting pretty close here, and as you can see, Slaunch is catching up to these guys. He is getting pretty close to them, and that's 2 points right there. That's a huge difference, especially with the fact that the difference going into this race was 2 points. So he's definitely going to need these passes at least if he's going to want to have a chance, unless Fireball gets hit with some lag cheese. That's kind of like the wild card in this race, is the lag cheese. Fireball known famously for getting random lags and, oh, little burp action. The random lags could play a role in this race. If he gets hit with random lag cheese, then that might be it. That might be it for him. Who knows how much it affects him. All right, going down the first corkscrew. Detail. Looks like he's lost a little bit of ground, but he's still really fast, though. I think he's still on rails at this track, possibly letting off a little bit now, just trying to take some safe lines because he's got a lead to work with. Roman in second, and Fireball and Luke seem to be gaining on Roman quite quickly. That train of Fireball and Luke has been pretty fast in the first moto, and now they're trying to get on rails for the second moto here. And that's going to be a big position right there because, like I said, if Fireball gets by Roman, that is the overall right now. The overall is right in his sights. And, you know, he's got to be thinking about that, too. He's not just thinking about Champ Series. He's also thinking, like, here, this is another overall I can win right here. This is another overall I can take and put 3 on my resume. 2 in the Champ Series alone. I mean, that's huge. You know, Champ Series overalls are pretty tough to take. And if he takes one here, that would just be absolutely big for his racing resume. Also, my monitor definitely needs some cleaning, man. I was on BF1 last night on the new snow map, and I'm on this snow map right here. And what snow maps do a great job at showing is how dirty your monitor is. I need to clean this crap off. We're going to see a close battle for second very soon, guys, but I'm also trying to keep an eye on Slaunch. Camby, as you can see, has fallen way back. Slaunch must have worked his way by him. But now Slaunch has to catch up to Bean, and that's going to be no easy feat. Bean has been pretty fast so far. So Slaunch is probably going to have to rely on Bean catching up to the rest of the pack and maybe getting slowed up there and then trying to make a move. Again, like I said, this is going to have to be basically a rocky story. Detail still holding on to the lead. Looks like he's gaining a little bit of time, but there goes Fireball. Luke's lost a little bit of time at this point, but I think he's probably going to catch up now because we got Fireball right on Roman, very, very close. And like I said, this is not just huge for the Champ Series. This is for the overall, and you know he wants it. He's going ham, just like he did in the heat race. Takes the position on Roman, and there it is, man. I thought that was going to be even closer. But now Roman's going to have to fight back. He's got Luke side by side through the chicane. Roman's going to have the better line there. Probably going to be able to hold on to it. But, man, that was huge. I did not expect that to happen so fast. Fireball now in second place. All he needs to do is hold on to it, and he's got the overall. And he's also got 3 people between him and Slaunch, which is more than enough. Remember, the gap going into this race was 2 points. And in the position, let's say they finish the way they are right now. In the position that Fireball is in, I believe Slaunch would have to pass him to take it. Yeah, I think so. Because he's got the over. Yeah, I mean, if Slaunch finishes 1 position behind him, Fireball is going to get the overall and the tiebreaker. So in order, if the race stays the same order, if Slaunch wants to win the Champ Series, he needs to catch all the way up and pass Fireball for second. That is the only way that it is possible. Because if he finishes behind him for third, that's 1 point that Fireball gains off position. That's 1 point he gains off the overall. And then Fireball would have the tiebreaker because he has more overall. So he'd have 2, whereas Slaunch has yet to get an overall in the Champ Series, actually. So the closest battle on track now is easily for third place between Roman and Luke. And then honestly, Bean is making gains as well. Bean has been gaining quite a bit this entire time. And that could be big for Slaunch as well. But again, Slaunch has to, like I said, he has to get by Bean first. And it honestly, it almost looks like they're either staying at the same gap or Bean might even be pulling away. Bean is on rails in the second moto. Perhaps he's seen some lines that he didn't know in the heats and semis. I mean, he was fast there too, but now he's absolutely on rails. And I could easily see him being one of the fastest drivers on this track at this point. But now we got Detail and Fireball still holding on to those first two spots. Detail, even though he probably isn't going to take the overall now, you know, still a huge climb for him. I'd be very proud of his performance in the first moto. That was insane. And if he can pull off a moto win here, I'd be proud of that too. Getting 2 Champ Series moto wins. I mean, man, Detail has got to be one of the most lethal people to be looking out for next season, because Detail, if we remember, he had a pretty rough first half. Well, his first couple races for season 4 were good. They were good. But his middle of the season, very similar, like akin to Rebel, I would say, was pretty bad. He had a really rough mid half of the season, like let's say 6th race through, not 6th race, let's say like 5th race through like 10th race or so, something like that. And then he got the win at Eagle River, the overall, and from that point on, Detail had a really hot second half of the season. He was gaining tons of points through the second half of the season, and if he can continue that and continue the momentum that we're seeing him have here in the Champ Series, I mean, man, he could be one of the championship contenders. He got the bronze spot this season. I could see him being a contender for the championship next season if he actually continues this hot spree. I mean, he won a freaking moto on a Supercross. If he can actually replicate that, oh my God. If he can actually replicate that, then that would be huge. Oh, Luke making a huge run on the last corner, but the thing about that last corner, if you make a huge run on it, you need to cheese the person in front of you or something, because it's going to go right back into a left-hander, so you're not going to be able to complete a pass just off of having an insane run on the last corner. You really need to have it lined up so that you're going to get completely ahead of the person instead of just gaining a ton of time. But we're going to keep our eyes on this battle. Fireball, though, we'll have to keep an eye on that too. I mean, he's actually gaining on Detail, it seems. And if Fireball passes Detail, man, then that's all she wrote. Doesn't matter what Slaunch does at that point. That's it. I mean, regardless, Fireball's in a safe position right now, but... Oh no, Cortana's popping up. If the stream gets cheesed, let me know, guys, please. Can I say... I don't know how to turn off Cortana. Do I say stop listening? I don't know what to do. Can someone in the chat advise me, please? Oh no! Okay. Hopefully that didn't cheese the stream. I'll take a look in a second. But we got, you can definitely tell Bean now is catching up. Luke's been stuck behind Roman this entire time trying to get by him. And while this has been happening, Bean is gaining a ton. But look at that gap between Bean and Slaunch. It has stayed relatively the same. That just means, you know, Slaunch isn't really gaining anything on him. Bean is, on the other hand, though, he's on rails. He's got a little bit closer. Yeah, I'm turning her, she who will not be named. I'm turning her off right after this, because I never turned her off, or sorry, I never turned her on in the first place. We have a close battle. We got to keep an eye on both these battles. Fireball has actually caught Detail. We could see a lead battle. What if Fireball sweeps Mount Guerco to take the championship? Sweeps the last race. That would be one of the most insane clutch ups we've ever seen in HRL Halo 5 championship history. Also, as you guys can tell, I'm stumbling over my words so much today, trying to call it the Championship Series champion and crap like that. It is such a mouthful. Next season, we're going to go a little more esports style, and we're going to just call it the Grand Final. So, oh, Luke has a run on Roman, side by side, into the chicane, and Luke is into the pole. That is going to be huge. Where is he going to come back out onto the track? He comes back out on in front of Slaunch. That is also huge, because if Slaunch got by him here, that's another point for him, but he comes back out in front of him. Slaunch really needed that position, but he does not get it, and I'm guessing Fireball must have cheesed himself a little bit, because he's lost quite a bit of time on Detail now. Yeah, definitely running that last chicane a little rough, but now it's gonna be eyes on Bean, man. Let's keep an eye on Bean and see if he can actually get by Roman, because now it's his shot to try to make the pass. Her along with many other girls you don't turn on. That's facts. The only girls I actually turn on I don't like. I'm kind of cursed like that. And I'm also a dick. Well, I'm not going to go into it. Let's not go into that right now. All right, moving on. We got Bean trying to make a run on Roman. The same exact thing with Luke, the second pylon. Absolutely insane. But Bean recovers. Yet again, Slaunch has got to be slapping himself right now. He stays ahead. He stays ahead of, Bean stays ahead of Slaunch. So Slaunch does not gain a position off of either of those wrecks. That sucks, man. Oh, and then Slaunch tries to make a run on Bean, and Slaunch gets into the pylon. That might be it. That might be it. I don't think it's going to be possible now. There's very few laps left. Let's keep an eye on the front of the pack because this could be it. That is it. Holy cheese. All right, let me, for video purposes, let's keep an eye on the last corner here. And here we go, coming around for the final corners. Last lap at Mount Guerco. Detail looking like he's going to hold on to the win, but the bigger story is the clutch up on the final race. And here we go. Detail is going to take a second Moto win of the Champ Series, and Fireball is going to be the Championship Series champion. Oh, close finish for third there, but Roman was able to hold off, takes the podium. Luke takes fourth. Bean takes fifth. Slaunch takes sixth. Wow, that's I'm not even mad at that. That's cool. Slaunch takes sixth, and as you can see, the slow run to the lineup. He knows that that's it. Fireball ends up taking the championship series. He is your 2017 Season 4 HRL Summer Season Championship Series champion. And your second place finisher for Champ Series is going to be Papa Slaunch, coming in with the silver, reverse of what the regular season was, but the same as the regular season is Detail coming in with the bronze. Interesting fun fact, though, that those Champ Series points are actually, or not Champ Series, those All-Star points actually played a big role, because if Slaunch did not have the All-Star, the 3 points, Detail would have actually came up with the silver. So that just goes to show that All-Star can be the difference between winning and not winning the Champ Series. 3 bonus points makes a huge difference. If Slaunch didn't have that, he wouldn't have finished second. So the last race wouldn't have even been that close.